So chat, without further ado, if you ever wanted to know how to escape North Korea, we're about to find out. Let's get it, let's go.
Minyong is 17. She lives in Hyesan, a small town in North Korea. It's located right at the Yalu River, the natural border to China. Across the ice, Minyong can see the other side.
Nope, I'm not doing it. Listen, I feel like I trust this world a lot, but if you ever told me to walk across one of those like frozen ice lakes, let's wrap it the fuck up. I'm not doing that shit. I'm actually, I think my biggest fear, let's not be irrational here. I think one of my big fears is walking on ice and then falling under and then not being able to find where I fell because I'm discombobulated or whatever, and then I just simply drown under the ice. Because it's you're right there to freedom, but you can't get back up. Scary stuff.
Freedom is so close, yet so far.
I literally just said that.
North Korean soldiers are nearby, patrolling the area.
No way she's got the
Minyong
nuts
takes
to
a
do
deep
this.
breath of cold air. Then she makes her first step onto the ice, not knowing that this will be the beginning of an incredible 7-year journey.
Wow, 7 years to cross one river? Damn, she must have been swimming at negative light speed. Yo, on a real note though, what happens if you try to escape North Korea? Do they just deadass execute your shit? Don't they just kill people in North Korea, or am I just falling for propaganda from the US at this point? If they catch you escaping, don't they just slime you and your entire family out?
North Korea is notorious for the oppression of its people and its poor human rights record. Under Kim Jong-un, it became even harder for citizens to escape. There are more fences, more guards, and since a few years, there is a new order to shoot on sight. Yet, every year, hundreds of North Koreans risk their lives.
Bro, I remember this video. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause again. Do you guys remember when this video was making national news headlines? Here, let me get to it again.
Every year,
where this guy, I think this was, if correct me if I'm wrong, I think this was an army guy, and the army guy crashed his vehicle and then tried to run to the other side, and I think he got shot or something like that, and then I think he successfully made it though. I don't think they ever got him back.
Hundreds of North Koreans risk their lives to flee their country.
Where do they get these videos from? That's my
Weeks
question.
of grueling desert treks,
I thought you couldn't.
months
You
in
can't,
detention
film.
camps, and years in hiding, all in the pursuit of freedom. Geographically, North Korea shares borders with Russia, China, and South Korea. Most North Korean refugees want to get to South Korea. There is the shared language and cultural heritage. Most importantly, South Korea actively welcomes defectors from the north with a citizenship. If you look at the map, the direct route to South Korea might seem the easiest, but in reality, very few manage to escape through this path.
I feel like if I was running away from North Korea, I'd low-key say fuck the culture and I'd go opposite way. I feel like they're expecting you to rotate to South Korea, you're rotating dead side on Storm in the Cash Cup, but what you actually gotta do is go non-dead side, so you go up to China. That's what I would do, because I'd be expecting for them to go to South Korea.
Between the countries lies a demilitarized zone, and it is one of the most dangerous borders in the world. Oh Chong-song is one of the ones who managed to get through. In 2017, he made a daring escape through the DMZ. Created after the Korean War, the DMZ is only demilitarized by name. It is heavily fortified with armed guards constantly observing each other. On a quiet Monday afternoon, the tense silence of the DMZ is suddenly disturbed. Someone is trying to escape. Driving a military jeep at high speed, Oh Chong-song races towards the border. Surveillance footage by the South Korean military captures the intense pursuit.
Damn, this would I can't even imagine how much their heart would be racing in this scenario. This is insanity. I think of all the most daredevilish shit I've ever done, which is absolutely nothing compared to this. Imagine just straight adrenaline flowing through your body, bro.
He abandons his car and continues on foot. North Korean soldiers fire multiple shots, hitting him several times.
He survives
But Oh
that?
Chong-song manages to cross the demarcation line, collapsing behind.
Oh my God, nice clutch, bro. That's huge. Last second Indiana Jones dive over the barrier. That's actually textbook.
And a wall on the South Korean side, he endures for hours until South Korean soldiers rescue him. Escaping through the DMZ is extremely rare. Survival chances are near zero. Another rare, extremely dangerous escape route to the south is by sea. Somewhere along the southeast coast, a North Korean man enters the ocean. The man is in his mid-20s and equipped with fins and a diving suit. Swimming for over 6 hours and covering more than 3 kilometers, he reaches the South Korean shore near the town of Goseong.
That's insane. Genuinely insane. I have always heard the stories of these people who can swim these long distance. How the hell can a singular person swim like that across an ocean? I mean, I guess he's not actually going like crazy far into the deep blue ocean. I guess that's still relatively close land wise, but that's crazy. I have a genuine question for everyone in the chat right now and everyone that watches this on YouTube when it gets posted. If you guys happen to be, God forbid, a North Korean citizen, what would you do? Because here's number one thing you got to think about first off is that if you're a North Korean citizen, I feel like a lot of them don't know that they're being so mistreated because their media is so controlled and they don't have that knowledge. But number two, if you were and you did know that you're being mistreated, you had to escape. Number one, are you doing it by foot? Are you doing it by sea? Or are you just low-key pulling the plug? The thing is I feel like a lot of you guys would say yeah, you just said end yourself. I feel like that's not a viable option in this scenario. They probably have so much stuff that goes that prevents you from doing that.
Despite being caught on surveillance cameras, South Korean forces only find him later, resting under a tree. He turns out to be a North Korean fisherman seeking asylum. The tides had worked in his favor. Presumably, the man had prior knowledge of the sea conditions. Without, he probably would have drowned.
I was gonna say.
Defecting this way, too, is near impossible. Only a handful of people have succeeded through this route. Similarly, it is extremely rare that North Koreans defect to Russia. The border is heavily guarded, and the river is too deep to cross. The few people publicly known for defecting to Russia are privileged or high-ranking citizens who manage to cross with the help of their connections. Creating 3D animations like this requires a
high-ranking systems. See, that's interesting to me because, I didn't know that they had that, in all honesty. I feel I've watched a few North Korean videos up until this point on this YouTube channel, or just, in general, my entire life. I didn't know that they had, societal levels. I thought, everyone in China, or not China, North Korea was just, a worker. I thought they just slaved away. And then they obviously had, their government officials and everything like that. I didn't, does North Korea have celebrities? That's actually a good, let me look that up, actually. Does North Korea have celebrities? Korea have celebrities? Do they have someone like Kim Kardashian? Yes, North Korea has its own set of celebrities, primarily in the fields of entertainment and politics, but their fame is largely confined within the country and often tied to the regime. That's so interesting. So, yeah. I mean, this is Kim Jong-un and his wife, though. So they have, singers and entertainers. That's so interesting. I never even thought about that. That might be, a surface-level thought. I don't know.
Divided by 2 rivers.
Who knew that,
the Yalu and the Tumen. Some sections are shallow and waist-deep. In winter, these rivers offer a rare opportunity. The water freezes solid. For those desperate enough, crossing over the ice might seem deceptively simple.
I'm not doing it, bro.
Crossing is just the beginning. The real danger lies on the Chinese side, where defectors face constant threats of capture and repatriation.
What is repatriation?
Minyong grew up in a modest home overlooking the Yalu River. From her backyard, she can see the hazy outline of Chinese villages.
Ooh, would I rather be a prisoner of another country, or would I rather live in North Korea? Oh man, that's actually tough. I feel like you're probably getting you're probably getting the same treatment. Why would they take you as a prisoner though? I guess maybe to clear your name and make sure you're not a spy, maybe? You guys would rather be a prisoner in another country? I don't know, though. Because, a prisoner in another country, it just depends on the conditions. Because I feel like life in North Korea sucks. But you still have, a little bit of, free will. And you're able to, roam around a little. I mean, not much, but at least you're not like stuck in a jail cell. I think I'm gonna pick. Shit. I don't know. That's actually a tough one. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, bro.
Her family is relatively privileged.
Both? All right,
They
bro.
don't starve. Her father, a traveling salesman, frequently crosses into China for business, while her mother works for the government. In her free time, the mother makes extra cash by trading smuggled goods from China. This is a common practice for North Koreans that live near the border. The poor economic conditions increasingly drive them to find additional income. Life changes dramatically when Minyong is 14. It's the year 1994. One day, she returns from school to find her father missing. He has been
I actually always think about this. This is like kind of related to the video, but it kind of not. What would you guys do if you came home and like one of your family members was actually missing? I feel like this is a canon event that like everyone thinks about at some point in their life. Like, this is gonna sound fucked. You know, shout out my mom. Hope she never dies. But like, have you guys ever imagined like your parents like dying in a car accident? Not in like a you want them to way, but it's like, what would you do? Or like a sibling or something like that, or even yourself. Like, genuinely, what's the next move?
arrested on his way back from China, accused of bribery and corruption. The family suspects he was tortured during his interrogation. Months later, he dies in a hospital. Minyong, her mother, and her little brother are left alone, devastated. Disillusioned, Minyong begins questioning the contradictions she saw around her at an early age. The suffering during the famine, the lies in state propaganda, and the harsh realities of survival all build up to a pivotal point.
What's going to happen?
At the age of 17, she makes the life-changing decision to leave North Korea. In under a minute, she crosses to the Chinese side, her heart pounding. Her plan is to visit relatives up north.
She got away that easily? I thought they had that shit on lockdown. I thought they were like the 2016 Warriors. What the fuck are they doing? I thought North Korea had the best defense in the league, and now they're just giving that shit out for free? I thought it was an accomplishment to cross the border, and now they're just giving out participation awards.
Seeks a Chinese smuggler who lives by the river. He frequently trades goods with Minyong's mother, and she trusts him. He agrees to drive her into the sprawling city
he's gonna double cross her,
of
bro.
Shenyang. For the first time, Minyong experiences a world vastly different from the one she had just left behind. Bright lights, bustling streets, and the abundance of food and goods
That must be
leaves
so
her
cool,
overwhelmed.
bro. Like,
Weeks go by, and she turns 18 years old. She wants to return to North Korea, back to her
what are you saying? Genuinely, what the fuck are you talking about?
family.
You escaped North Korea and you want to go back? That's like crawling out of hell, and you're like, actually it was kind of warm down there. Maybe I should go back. Are you kidding me? That's insanity. Why would you? Holy stutter. Good Lord, I'm editing that in the video. What? I don't even know, bro.
But then she gets a sudden phone call from her mother. Rumors of her disappearance have spread across town.
Oh.
People suspect she might have left the country.
Oh, they don't already
Coming back
know.
would be too
Wow.
dangerous now.
Yeah, her
The
family's
family
dead.
fears retaliation for
Yeah.
letting Minyong escape.
No shit.
So
Yeah, why would... Okay, I'm sorry, I keep pausing. Why... If you're going to escape North Korea, I feel like you have to just take your entire family with you. I feel like you have to, bro. Because, like, this is what I talked about at the beginning of the video. Like, when you try to escape, they deadass just slime you out or, like, torture you. Like, if you're going to try to escape North Korea, I think you should just take your entire family with you, even if, like, I don't know. That's what I would do. Let me know what you guys would do.
Minyong's mother urges her to stay in China and live freely. Minyong remains in Shenyang. She begins working in a restaurant and learns Mandarin. She lives in constant fear of being caught and adopts several new names to evade detection. One day, two men enter the restaurant.
Do that.
They ask for her and flash their badges. It's the police.
She's fucked.
They take her away. It's over, she thinks.
Literally.
This is the end. At the station, they question her relentlessly. and demands she complete a written Chinese test to prove her fluency.
It's
She does
cooked.
so, hands shaking, constantly at the verge of a panic attack.
Dude, I'm telling you, if that was me, I don't even blame her for shaking. Like, it would have been like, what's your name? I don't fucking know. Dude, like, I would have been so nervous. Literally, your entire life is on the line for this test. Like, good lord, I couldn't even imagine.
But she passes the test. It's a narrow escape. Had the officers doubted her, she would have been deported to North Korea without a doubt.
Wow, she passed?
Everything she risked,
That's a
every
generational
moment of her
clutch
struggle,
up.
would have been for nothing.
You guys think she was blasting like some Chief Keef, maybe Love Sosa on the way home? Dude, imagine clutching something that pivotal in your life. That's like 4-4 match point Rainbow Six Siege, or even like Game 7 RLCS. I think it was maybe 2020 Justin or 2019, something like that. I don't remember. That's generational clutch. Definition of getting the job done.
Later, she learns that someone she trusted with her secret reported her to the authorities.
Are you guys kidding
In 2002, she takes the train to Shanghai. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life.
Wow, she's moving.
In the megacity, she meets a broker who provides her with a new identity. She spends her entire savings on this ID. With it, she secures a job as an interpreter at a South Korean tech company.
Smart. I like
As she
that
builds
play.
her life in Shanghai,
I like that
she saves
play.
money and falls in love with a South Korean man. Together, they
Don't
hatch
tell
a
me the
plan
South
for her to
Korean
seek
man
asylum in
snitched
Seoul,
her
South
out.
Korea. After years of hardship, Minyong boards a flight to South Korea. She's so close to freedom. But immigration officers doubt her story. She spends weeks in detention.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I know the only way to get to South Korea is through North Korea, unless you're going by plane. If I was someone like this, I would never fly. I would never fly. You wouldn't... I don't care if my entire family was dying. I would not be caught flying. Okay, wait, maybe. Okay, well, let's take a few steps back there. I would be caught flying if my entire family was dying. But, like, I feel like flying under a fake identity into, like, one of the most well-secured countries in the world is... It's just jaw-dropping work. It makes me want to take my clothes off and start jorking it on stream right now. Like, why would you do that? Why?
She's being interrogated over and over again. Then finally, she's granted permanent residency. She made it. Years later, Minyong uses her savings to
police
arrange the
officers
escape of
are
her mother
actual
and
loaves of
younger
bread.
brother. Today, Minyong goes by the name of Hyeonshio.
Oh my god. Mommy? I'm just kidding. No wonder she was passing, bro. The police officers were gooners, bro. Wait, Chad, why is she, like, low-key? I'm
Lee.
just kidding.
She is a human
Just
rights
kidding,
activist,
Jack.
speaking out for defectors and advocating for freedom in North Korea. Her journey took over
So question, genuine question. What's stopping North Korea from, like, getting their get back, like, getting it back in blood and just, like, kidnapping her ass? Like, I feel like if North Korea really wanted to, they could just, like, ransack her. I mean, like, obviously not. I'm probably exaggerating. But, like, I don't know. I don't know.
a decade. But her resilience and courage led her to live a life free from fear. We linked her book in the description. Minyong's story is one of pain, loss, and perseverance. But ultimately, it is a testament to the unyielding spirit of those who refuse to live in chains.
Amen to that. Amen. Whoa! Whoa. Am I allowed to... Can I include this on a YouTube video? I don't know. I don't know. Should I keep playing the video? What's the vote here, guys? Okay. If the video ends here on the YouTube side, just know that whatever I'm about to watch is a little bit crazy and I can't include it on the video. We're gonna watch it anyways, but if it cuts to an outro in about 10 seconds, then you know what went on. Alright, let's do it.
For most North Korean refugees, escaping through China is unavoidable, but the country usually only marks the first stop. The ultimate destinations are Vietnam, Thailand, or Mongolia. All offer sanctuary and a route to asylum in South Korea. And as terrible as it sounds, many journeys to get there are much more grueling than Haeunshio.
Wait, so why do you have to go to Mongolia or Vietnam or a place like that just to go back to South Korea? Is it just so you can fly there? Is that what it is? You have to like change your identity and stuff? I feel like, dude, okay, I mean, I know nothing about escaping North Korea. I feel like if I escaped North Korea, though, I would just be like, all right, fuck it, dude, I'm not going back to South Korea. The Koreas, I'm kissing their ass goodbye. Like, you wouldn't catch me there in the next 100 million trillion years of my life. I would just like, I'll be like, you know what, bro, I gotta learn another language. I gotta stay over here.
Please. Shiyun grew up near the Tumen River. While her story is fictional, we drew on various sources to paint a realistic picture. Her family is extremely poor. Shiyun works as a vendor at an unofficial street market.
This is a new girl, I think. This is a new girl.
The money she makes is almost entirely spent on food for the family. She once believed her government's promises that the supreme leader would provide for the people. Not anymore. One day, a friend whispers about a Chinese broker who helps people cross the border for a small fee. He promises shelter, food, and even work.
Yes, you already know where this is going. God, this is so fucked. Now this adds a whole nother aspect of escaping North Korea that I feel like I wasn't really taking into account. I mean, I feel like I'm a male, so like, I mean, it still happens to males though. Like, don't get me wrong. Gosh, it's like, who do you trust? Because like on this, like on the story we just heard, obviously whoever helped her was a good person and they didn't do anything crazy. But obviously we're about to witness and hear about a story where the person that this girl trusted is not a good person at all and is about to do some crazy shit. Damn, I don't know. That adds like a whole nother layer to like deciding if you want to escape or not, because you don't know if you're just gonna get fucked. Okay, not like, okay, I guess literally. Okay, I didn't mean that literally, but it's able to be taken literally, but I didn't mean it literally, so don't cancel me.
Shiyun, it sounds like salvation. Maybe she could make enough money to provide for her family. She and her friend agree to meet him. After weeks of preparation, Shiyun and her friend find themselves waiting by the river on a fresh summer night. A shadowy figure emerges.
Dude, count me out. I'm taking my dumb ass home. If I go to escape North Korea and you pop out of the bushes looking like Batman, dude, just I'm staying the fuck home. Like, operation's over. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. It's done. Like, let's go.
It's the
home.
broker. The moon hides behind thick clouds, and the only light comes from the distant glow of Chinese towns across the river. They are ready to cross. The broker leads them through the cold water. Shiyun notices the absence of border guards. Usually there are at least 2 guards patrolling this part of the river.
Oh, see, like right then and there, my like red flags would have been going off. I mean, like maybe they wouldn't though. It's so hard to imagine like escaping North Korea. Like, what would be going through your head, dude? What would be going through your head? I don't even know. Like, I feel like in my mind I'd be like, yeah, this is weird. There's no guards. But then again, it's like, oh, there's no guards. Like, let's go. Like, I'm so hyped. I don't know. Chat, why are we saying this video is pre-recorded? You guys are just typing nonsense in the chat. God forbid I'm yapping about the video. And there's someone in the Twitch chat saying their butthole is open 24/7. Like, chat, I'm not responding to that, bro. I'm not responding to that.
For guests, the broker has bribed them. On the Chinese shore, a car awaits. The broker insists Shiyun ride ahead alone, claiming her friend will follow in a different car for safety. Numb with adrenaline, Shiyun hesitates, but complies. She hugs her friend, unaware it's their final goodbye. As the car drives through the dark countryside, exhaustion overtakes her. Shiyun falls asleep.
Why would you fall asleep?
She wakes.
I feel like if I was escaping North Korea, I genuinely wouldn't be able to fall asleep. Is that crazy to say? I don't think a single ounce of my body would be feeling sleepy if I was escaping North Korea. I would be wide awake for the next 24 hours.
It's to a nightmare. The car has stopped in a remote village. The driver tells her she's meeting her new husband. His words send chills.
Oh my god, that's actually sickening. That's actually crazy. Can you imagine? How old is this girl? 15, I think he said? I don't know, maybe young. Oh my god. That's actually, that's sick. That's sickening.
Spine.
Not sick in a good way.
This
like
has
sickening.
to be a joke, but no one seems to be joking. Shiyun was deceived. The broker has sold her to a middle-aged farmer. While transiting through China, Many North Korean escapees fall into the hands of human traffickers. In the border regions, the traffickers prey on the vulnerable. Promising food and jobs, they target people living in the harshest conditions. Once across the border, hope turns to horror, especially for women. A 2019 South Korean report estimates that 60% of North Korean women in China fall victim to trafficking, many forced into sex trade.
Damn.
For 2 years, Shiyun endures isolation.
Yo, this really has nothing to do with the video, but do you guys remember that one like really viral like horror film that came out like a few years back? It was called like Megan is Missing or something. Dude, I'm telling you, if you know, you know. I remember watching that barrel scene for the first time. If you're watching this on YouTube right now when it comes out, please tell me you know what I'm talking about. The barrel scene, bro. Oh my God. Scariest. Like, I was probably like 15 years old when I watched that shit. Oh, dude, that shit scarred me for life. I still have like a clear visual remembrance of what that scene was.
Abuse, and constant surveillance. It feels like a never-ending nightmare. She learns Mandarin in secret and scrapes together money by selling eggs, always planning her escape in the back of her head. One night, Shiyun seizes her chance. With her hidden savings and a few belongings, she escapes. The following weeks, she travels north. She has no plan, no direction, and no one to help her. After months on the run, she stumbles upon a network of defectors in the Koreatown of Beijing. They promise to help her reach Mongolia.
No way she gets double-crossed again.
She knows going back to North Korea would make her a traitor. This means torture and death for her and her family. She can't go back.
Place her predictions right now. Do you guys think that they're going to double-cross her again? I feel like there's no way, right? Because, like, they're not even in on it. Like, they didn't know that she was coming. Like, they didn't know that she was from North Korea. I feel like there's no way they double back her.
This strange faraway place seems like the only chance at a free life, so she decides to go.
Why are they in the desert? No way.
The only thing standing in her way is the Gobi Desert. The size of Peru, it is extremely hostile to humans. Freezing nights, scorching days, and no water. Shiyun...
This is a dumbass question once again, I'm sorry. But how do deserts work? Do you guys know how, like, they're, like, really hot in the daytime, really cold at night? I mean, someone make that shit make sense. How does that even happen? They're on the equator. Like, what is it with sand? I don't even know. Let me shut up and let the video play.
Joins a group of defectors and embarks on a grueling trek. Days blur into nights as they walk through sandstorms, share sips of water and little food. After days of walking with almost no rest, Shiyun's feet are bleeding. Only the thought of freedom keeps her moving. When they finally reach the Mongolian border, the group spots a few soldiers. A man from their group volunteers and approaches with a bribe. In case things go south, the others are still able to escape undetected. Shiyun nervously watches as the man from her group talks to the soldiers. Luckily, they are Mongolian and quite supportive.
Mongolians, bro. Hey, shout out to the Mongolian barbecue or whatever that one restaurant next to my other favorite restaurant is. Bro, they got some goated like buffet meat. I feel like you guys have it's the Mongolian grill or something like that. Bro, that place is so good. They give you a bowl and you gotta like fill it up yourself. Dude, I always get like half chicken, half steak, a little bit of egg in there. Ooh, that place is good. All right, back to the video.
They guide the group to a detention center. Shiyun spends months in a refugee camp before finally being granted passage to South Korea.
She's
one of the few hundred that make it every year.
Let's go. Wow. Oh my God, less than 100. 6, 7. My fault. No, but seriously, less than 100 per year. That's insanity. Damn. That's crazy. I wonder why the number dropped so drastically. Oh, probably because it was 2020 with the COVID and shit. So there was like less security maybe. Damn, yeah, it got cut in 1/4 there pretty much. That's crazy.
One has to wonder how many more North Koreans would leave. If only they could.
Crazy, bro. If you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on it, as well as subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to watch any one of my other long form videos, you guys can binge watch those. I'm gonna leave those right up here. And if you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, I'm gonna leave that button right up here. I love you guys. Thanks to every single one of you for tuning into the video today. I completely messed up my words there, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.